Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Panda Hobby. Today is April 18th, Saturday. And I'm here to bug you to make sure you guys are having a good Saturday and escape from all that boredom. So, if you don't know who I am Panda Hobby. We are all have Panda Hobby. We're all here to make you guys have a good time. Yes. So, if you guys have been to Panda Hobby, if you guys ever actually purchased anything from Panda Hobby, you might notice that our shipping has been delayed. We have been vigorously checking on Canada Post for that. And we're here to give you an update. We gave you an update yesterday or the day before. I can't really remember. Everything is kind of blurry right now. So, right now, currently, Canada Post is experiencing extreme backlog. Kind of like most of us when we have a lot of Gundam stashes, but way more and way worse. And we already have a first question. Do you guys have a Kamen Rider Amazon's action figure? Sorry, we don't actually carry any action figures or any figures in general or statues. We only carry model kits that you build, but we do have Kamen Rider. So, for example, we do have kits like this, and you build it. All the pieces are all fully colored. You just have to put them together kind of like a puzzle, kind of like a Lego. So they're pretty cool and they're fully articulated. So check those out. There's a lot of options and a lot of selections for that. But yes, back to the Canada Post update. So for all you guys that are supporting us throughout this tough time, again, we really appreciate it. We really want to thank you for it. And don't worry, we did not forget your package. It's not somewhere stuck in the corner. It's not like we're using it as a chair or, you know, hosting a printer up. You know, that printer, no, it's a table. Don't worry about it. It is just very slow at Canada Post. So, turns out Canada Post is so backlogged and is so overwhelmed because of this whole virus and this whole thing. I think they're operating like half a capacity. Most of the people don't work and then all this stuff is happening. They don't even update labels. So all the orders that we shipped from like last week, none of the labels were updated. So if you got your, if you made your purchase, you made your order, and we created the label for you, and none of it actually has updated, don't worry, it's not just you. Hundreds of other orders have experiencing this problem, and it just shows up. So it kind of just shows up. So we already checked some of the orders and they already have been delivered. So your package will be coming very, very soon. So again, we apologize for all the inconvenience, but it's really Canada Post's kind of issue. We've been hounding them and they just came back and said that we're fully backed up. Yeah, see, you're checking up your order. No, don't worry. Everyone's checking our order. We've been constantly getting a lot of emails and messages that, hey, I ordered this. Usually you guys come in like a day or two, but like, wow, why is it taking so long? Well, first of all, it was a long weekend, so Canada Post was closed on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and they don't really like to work on Tuesdays. So, yeah, that's like a 5-day weekend there. And then afterwards, you know, like all this virus stuff and all this everything, and then I actually grabbed one of the facility staff, and I'm like, hey, what happened to all my packages? Like, I dumped a truckload over here, and then they're like, it's too much packages. We're not going to scan them all. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not going to scan them all? I'm like, we're not going to scan them all. So I guess Canada Post is not going to scan any of the packages anymore, and they're not going to update the label. You're just going to have a surprise of when you're going to get the package. And we received word that they don't even guarantee the shipment date anymore. Like, they don't even, usually it's like very, very accurate when you're going to get your shipment. But now they're like, you're going to get it when you're going to get it. So we're living in an unprecedented time, and this is just something that we all have to deal with. So we'll be right here with you. We're trying to see if there's anything else that we can do about it. Worst case scenario, you're going to have to stuck here looking at my ugly face for the next few days to ensure you that your package will show up. Hey, first time seeing your store, will you guys ever sell Hot Tour figures? We don't really want to. Actually, that leads up to our little bit about anybody that's first coming to our store and first seeing us and hearing about us. We are Panda Hobby, and we are a store that's dedicated to Gundams and Japanese model kits. And the reason why we solely focus on Japanese model kits and Gundams is because we really enjoy building something that can move, have a lot of details, have the inner frames, outer frames. To us, it's like a puzzle, and then once you get into customizing, such as painting and doing those kind of work, it becomes more of an art piece. It becomes more of an expression of your own style, and it's something that we want to, like, we fell in love. All the members in Panda Hobby just loves this hobby, so we actually want to bring it to you guys and show you guys how awesome it is. So we don't really carry figures or action figures just because I'm like, I have a biased opinion. I can probably paint better than that figure that you're gonna buy for 3 times the price. So if you want to pay me 3 times the price, I'll paint that for you. But yeah, but a lot of the other Hot Toys figures, it's just too rich for my blood. So we're not gonna carry any of those figures. Wow, we're getting a lot of comments. Is there a new model kit coming in stock next week? Yes, we're getting a new restock on Tuesday. I covered it in the last video, but just for a quick recap, we got the new kits like the GLs. We have Hush Hush, we have RG Eva's platform versions coming in, and a lot of other stuff too. Hey Lewis, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while too. When do pre-orders for RG00N? Oh, so on to how our pre-orders work. Our pre-orders work is we order the entire lot from Bandai. And then afterwards, whatever that you guys buy is whatever that comes out then from that lot that we get. That lot gets locked in. The pre-order gets locked in and ends when that product is released in Japan. So once that product is released in Japan, then our pre-order ends because that's the day that Japan ships it over to us. So that's why, you know, there's a time. So usually we get everything new from Japan in 1 to 2 weeks time, depending on how annoying Canadian Customs wants to be or how the ship wants to be. So, you know, fate has to decide how fast and how slow we're gonna get that. When will the Ultra Evil Man Tiga, whoa, I just missed that comment, be available? The evil one? You have to check. So one thing that you can do is you can actually go to our website and search up the pre-order products. On the pre-order name, it actually says ETA whatever month it is. The reason why there's a month and not exact date is because sometimes it arrives beforehand, sometimes it arrives afterhand. Sometimes Bandai is like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna combine both of these shipments and ship it to you, and that wouldn't let us know. So we can't really know when it's gonna be arriving until they actually send us a manifest and say, hey, these are the products that's coming. So that's why the big ballpark of that. So that's cool. And then now right back to another update for the store. For all annual pass holders, for all monthly pass holders, for all locker rental holders, all you guys, Panda Hobby is going to be waiving all your fees for the duration of the virus. So if you have an annual pass that overlaps these months, we're going to extend your annual pass over to a certain amount of months. So if we're going to close for a month, then you guys are going to get an extra month on your annual pass. If you guys have a monthly pass, or bought several months pass that overlaps this few months of period of time, we're going to actually extend your monthly pass as well. And if you have rented lockers from us, then same thing, we're gonna extend whatever times that we have closed back into your account. And for all those that's just kind of finding us new and you guys don't know when, you guys don't know what annual passes and everything, we actually have, we're not just a shop, we're actually dedicated to this hobby. So we have a full dedicated build room for people to come in, build, watch some animes, meet some people. It's really fun. It's actually like a mini like party every single weekend here. So if you guys are local in the Markham area near our store, or even people that from like, you know, Kitchener or Hamilton actually drive all the way out to meet us and spend the day there, it's actually pretty fun. So do check us out. We also have a dedicated air, like a paint room. So it's fully ventilated air booth system, so you can actually come in and paint and airbrush if you don't have the space or you don't have the setup at home. So you don't even have to have an airbrush to airbrush. You can actually come in and rent our airbrush and our system for a very low price. So it allows you to get into the hobby and try it out before you actually want to invest and throw money at it. So it's really good job of that too. Lockers is something that you can rent and put your tools and everything there too. Is there an ETA when you guys will be open? Hey, we try to be open as long as Ontario allows us. Ontario just has extended their state of emergency till May 12th, I believe. It's actually a kick in the butt for us. We're actually like crossing our fingers, hoping to open, because we're all going insane here because we're all missing you guys. I'm dead serious. It's really boring here. It's really boring. None of the guys are talking anyways. Like I think that Mexican guy is like really upset with me. But yeah, we will open when the Ontario government has announced that all business can be open back up. Then we'll open again. We've already taken extra precaution and extra steps to ensure that safety of you guys and as well as all our friends and all you guys that are our friends really to be safe, because we wiped down everything. I made everything clean. Like we wiped all the surface with disinfectant and everything, even the outside handle, so it's good. What's the flag behind you? Earth Federation! Yeah, so we got some additional flags to put around the store, so to give you that kind of, that geek, otaku vibe when you guys come in, just because, we want you guys to feel like you're going into a Japanese store. So yeah, that's one of the flags that we have. I actually have to switch this flag around because the camera is, reversed from the front. So it looks normal, right? It's actually like inside out. It's cool. Yeah. Is crossbow smaller than? Is crossbow smaller than RGX? Yeah. Oh, crossbow is the smallest. Crossbow is like the smallest of the entire franchise. I think crossbow and then Victory and then F91. Yeah. So crossbow is like the smallest. It's like human size. No, I'm joking. It's close to human size. But yeah. So that's the update for the store. And then afterwards, for all you guys newcomers here, I wanted to actually take this time to tell you a little bit about our site. And for you guys, the veterans that have been browsing our site, we've been constantly upgrading and improving our site for your convenience. For example, did you know that our site has a new side menu on the left-hand side? That's actually a secondary menu. That menu changes all the time. So if there's anything that's upcoming, anything that's new, noteworthy, or that kind of stuff, that menu changes. And you can actually even go into that menu to find specific kind of section of categories of Gundam, like NG or HG or by series and those kind of stuff as well. The top menu is the main menu, the main category. So if you guys are getting confused, like if there's two menus, well, that's the reason. Also, there's like different banners, and on the bottom in the middle of the website, there's actually a Panda calendar. If you guys are always wondering, hey, when is this pre-order coming in, or when is restock, when is the next restock, when is the next event, are you guys having a contest, you can actually kick into that Panda calendar and it will show you all the Panda calendars coming up when, anything is coming up, when there's the next event and those kind of stuff too. So it's pretty easy to actually go and find what's going on at Panda Hobby. And then also we have the filters only in stock. Rather, we're working on this in stock thing. You have no clue how much time we've trying to figure out how to do this in stock, out of stock, restock. It's not that we ignore you guys and think that, oh, I don't care about in stock. No, I'm an online shopper. That annoys the crap out of me. So we've been working really hard trying to figure that out. But so far, still figuring it out. So don't worry, that request has been noted. So we are working on that. But for filters, since you guys brought it up, if you guys go into any of the collections or any of the, the sections or any of the part of the page, right? On the left-hand side, there's an entire column of filters. The filters can work down to different series of Gundam. So you can filter it down to like, hey, I want only Gundam Seed. Don't hate me, don't flame me. I like Gundam Seed, okay? Don't flame me, okay? But like you can click like, okay, I want Gundam Seeds. I want HGs from Gundam Seeds. Like you can actually do multiple filters, and the site will actually filter all that out for you so you can see what you like. On top of that, if you don't want anything Gundam related, there's actually another set of non-Gundam series. So you can actually find, like, for example, like Dragon Ball, Star Wars. Even Star Wars is separated into vehicles and characters. So you have the the R2-D2 models, or you have the X-Wing models. Those are, two different types, right? And you can even separate and filter it down to, like, I want Kamen Rider, I want Pokemon. So we actually carry a lot more than just Gundams because we're strictly more focused on Japanese model kits, stuff that, it's more, Japanese oriented, anime oriented, gaming oriented, instead of, the regular tanks and airplanes. So that's why you can see a lot of the different types of filters there. And for all you guys that are loving, modeling and customizing and those kind of stuff, and especially painting, did you know that on the side you can actually filter out by paint line as well as by type such as acrylic, enamel, lacquer. You can even filter out by color. So let's say you're looking for a blue, you can actually go all the way to the bottom and just click blue. It'll show you all colors of blue, different shades of blue. Anything that has a hint of blue in it will show you blue. So you can choose your blue, and then after you're like, okay, I'm done with blue, I want to go with red, you can just click red and then it will show you red. But you can be like, okay, I want red, but I only want red from Mr. Color, and then you can just click those two and it will show you that. So play around with the filters. We worked really hard on it just to make you guys have a lot of more easier time and convenience to shop around and browse around and that kind of stuff. So yeah, but yes, we are working on that out of stock order. Hopefully very soon, but we're still waiting for the whole thing to be, it's like a magic thing. It's like you just have to wait for it to be pulled out of the hat or something. Alright, for all you guys that are shopping with us currently or want to shop us in the future, I would like to take this opportunity to explain to you how our contactless pickup system works. A lot of people still come into the store expecting the store to be open and start yanking on the door handle. Yes, we're not open. We're officially not open in the sense that you can't just walk into the store to pick up your order or to buy stuff to browse. You can't really do any of that. You can only go all the way up to our curb. So it's like kind of like a curbside pickup, but it's more contactless. How it works is you have to go to our website, and then you have to make a purchase, you make an order. Once you make an order, you select in-store pickup in one of the shipping methods, or if you like, we can ship it out to you for additional shipping fee. Our shipping fee starts at $15 flat rate, and then afterwards, when you purchase $150 more, it'll become $10, and then if you purchase $300 or more, it'll be free, and then with a little bit huff and puff, hopefully it'll get there as fast as possible. But we try to use like the top option in Canada supposed to ship to you guys. It's not like the very cheap version. So yeah, and then after that, oh thanks, you're asking about this shirt. Actually, this shirt is actually an exclusive shirt that when we and a bunch of us went back to Japan, we made it for everyone to wear it. So it's got a little Japanese flag too. Yeah. What was I saying? Yes, so contactless pickup work is once you make an order, you select in-store pickup. And then after that, in the email comes back, it will show you a link to go and schedule when to pick up, like your pickup window. It's very simple. You just find a pickup window. Each hour is broken down by every 15-minute intervals. So it'd be like 1 o'clock, 1:15, 1:30, 1:45, then at 2 o'clock. So if you see the gaps is kind of like, kind of there, just trying to click around with it and see if you can get your time slot. Majority of the time is just the way that the site is laid out. It doesn't really show it because it's not really made for that, that tight, packed time slot. But you can actually like click and find it. So once you register it, you just put your name and your order number, and then you can come and pick up. So we need your order number because we need that order number to confirm you're the person that's coming picking up. So when you come and pick up, I need your name and I need your order number. That is the two information that we need to confirm that you are that person. Once you call in, once you get here, you stay in your car, you call in saying, hey, hey Panda, I'm here to pick up order number 1111. And then it's like, okay, cool, what's your name? And then, you'll say your name. And then we then say, okay, once we put the order into the box, please wait until we close the door and then you can come and pick up. We're ensuring that this process and this procedure will have the most minimal risk, minimal way of endangering you guys to the whole situation right now. And the reason why we're spreading it out in 15-minute intervals is because a lot of you guys come in early or late, so just in case we put a buffer around 15 minutes so that you guys will be safe, so none of you guys kind of show up at the same time. So please come on time, please try to come on time. Wow, we're getting a lot of people talking about the shirt. Yes, secretly I've been trying to design some new shirts for you guys. So hopefully maybe after the whole health and this whole virus thing situation, we'll be actually launching that. But right now, not so much yet. We actually have another project, another announcement that we want to make hopefully next week or week and a half. Hopefully it'll be ready soon, but it's very exciting. It's something that we've been working on for like the last like 6 months ish. So we're very, very excited to introduce to you guys. We have a big announcement, just a big announcement that we have. So hopefully it'll be done in the next week or so, depending on how much time we have, but it'll be there. All right, now coming back to it, and and about the contactless pickup, you can't just sit in the car and make an order and expect to pick up right away. Just because in order for us to ensure the accuracy of your order and ensure everyone, you know, doesn't bypass the line and get into, you know, like bumping into somebody else and everything, we kind of discourage people to just sit in the car and make an order and then knock on the door and ask to pick up the order. So we want to minimize that. So sorry about that, but at this time, at this crucial time, we really want to prioritize you guys, our friends, more than whatever we're kind of trying to make or whatever business we're going to get or anything. We're just going to have faith in the government system as well as everything else going on, that, you know, we're going to weather through this storm. But in the meantime, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that you guys are safe. So that's why our procedures, and that's why the 15-minute window, and that's why we set up the way that we set up. So that thanks. I guess the Panda merch will be a really cool idea. Okay, so hopefully I'll get that up soon too. Yeah, now on to the next idea. Yes, so because of the, you know, situation at hand, we've actually been experiencing a lot new people coming into the hobby. Or maybe you already know about us, maybe you already know about Panda, but you've never really had the chance to come to see us or pick up a model kit, and this is a great time for you guys to pick up a model kit. So I'm talking to those guys that are generally just starting out your building career, your building session, you know, your backlog. You'll hear that word a lot, backlog. Everyone has a backlog. It just depends if people want to lie about it or not. But yes, so if you're actually here new to Panda Hobby and you're actually interested in picking up a kit, we have some recommendations for you. We don't just carry giant robots, as you can see all over here, but we also carry a lot of different types of model kits that interest every single person. Oh, sounds interesting. Also excited for my order next week. I've dug out a lot of odd bits, trying tricks on my autos and Nova. I'm actually very excited to see your work too, Tom. I'm actually excited to see everyone's work. If you didn't know, we have the contest extended, final extension, swear to God, to May 1st. That is the deadline for you to submit the 30-minute mission contest. It's free to join. This contest is basically Panda Hobby's way of encouraging everyone to get together, not get together in real life, okay? Like online, showing their work in progress pictures and trying to see what everyone's doing, feeling personally attacked by backlog. No. Oh dear. Oh, sorry. Cheers. My bad. But yeah, don't want to talk about it. But yeah, so the contest is free to join. If you want additional information, we do have a contest page on our website. So all you have to do is just go to the website, go find Panda, and then go click on contest. You're gonna see all the recommendations and the restrictions and the guidelines. It's free to join, guys. It's free to join. All you have to do is you build it, you weather it, and then with AK stuff, because AK stuff we have a lot of the different types of weathering stuff, so you can play around with like dust look or mud look and that kind of stuff. So that, and there's actually a prize pack for first, second, and third place as well, and it's all coming from Panda to ensure that you guys stay sane during this whole lockdown period of time. So we just wanted everyone to have fun. And believe it or not, we already have a few people that submitted their contest entries. Yeah, because they're like, I didn't know that you guys extended to May 1st. I made it for this today. I submitted it. And I'm like, oh, okay, do you want some more time? And they're like, no, already finished. I'm like, okay. So you guys have extra time, so you guys step it up. You guys make sure that use your time more wisely. Yeah, start a kit with basic model and some binner. For want to get into yes, so I want to actually explain to you, for those that's starting into the hobby or actually have a few kits but don't really know the difference between like the grade systems or anything, I just want to quickly show you what we have at Panda Hobby. So as you can see, we have focused on mostly the Gundam stuff, so Earth Federation, and we have the difference between, like, you know, the mainstream kits like the UC, the Universal Sentry stuff, and then as well as, you know, like the newer stuff like the build fighters. Yeah, let's not talk about build divers. I don't want to start a fight. But yeah, so we have a lot of that stuff too. Carry everyone for model kits? Oh, that I'm not quite too sure. But yeah, so back to the thing. Aside from just giant model kits, you have the HGs over there, which is the smaller ones. They're less expensive. They start around like $20-ish, and then you can get around like it's like around like this big. Pretty much, you know, it's a good build. It's a good build. But for if you're getting your kids or your children into it, your younger brothers or younger people, we also have like the SD guys. So these ones are pretty cool. It's the SD Sengoku series. So they take the Gundams and then they actually mix it with the kind of like the Dynasty Warrior, the older like Three Kingdom genre. And they made it into like more of like samurai and those kind of heroes. So you have different types of Gundams that have the design of the ancient warriors, and they're pretty cool because for the price, there's a lot of details. And I've seen some people that are like customizing it and painting it fully, and it just looks amazing. But for your kids or for your brothers or your sisters or somebody that's younger that wants to get into it, or somebody that, you know, you just really like the Sengoku series, these are really good options. Need more time. Isn't free from Transformer model kit. Oh, I have Starscream for Transformers. Yes, we do carry Transformer model kits as well. So these ones are from Flame Toys, and slowly we're gonna start bringing more and more of these guys in, just because Transformers are awesome. Yeah. So I guess I'll jump queue and I'll show you this one too. So Starscream, I think we also have the other one, but we don't have Optimus Prime right now because they're sold out. So we'll have to wait until they reproduce it as well. And then back to casual people that are getting into it. We also have cute little bears. Of course, I'm going to show you a Panda because, you know, Panda Hobby, of course, Panda. And back to something that's more up your alley, Dragon Balls, Trunks. We have several different Dragon Ball kits, like a lot of Dragon Ball kits, because I personally really like Dragon Ball. So you build this like a model kit, so different pieces. Let me show you, actually. This is really cool. I really like the Dragon Ball stuff. So like all the hands and stuff, even the hair. And then you have the energy beams and effect parts. Even a sword scabbard? I can't pronounce it. Scabbard. Scoobard. There we go. That thing! Alright, and of course Trunks' purple emo hair. Got that right there. So you build it like a kit. So you know, you snap it out and you put it together. And the best part is, like you just saw, there's no color needed, no glue needed. And you create the figure and it's actually fully posable and fully actionable. So I've seen a lot of guys actually start painting it, start building it, and then start redoing and remaking the famous fight scenes from the animes. Like me personally, I still got a Super Saiyan Goku with Frieza's final form, and I still have the you know, that kind of stuff, right? So I love it. Especially like one of my dreams is to have all the Dragon Ball characters like all just standing there like floating. I'll be like, done. I'm good for the rest of my life. Yeah, but hashtag backlog. But yeah, so if you actually do like Dragon Balls, but then or you miss Dragon Ball, you never really watched Dragon Ball, but you're more of like, you know, like the Kamen Rider guy, Or like, oh, we actually have an Ultraman series too. I didn't actually grab an Ultraman. Here, like, give me a second. I'll grab an Ultraman and show you guys. So like, if you guys like the Kamen Rider, I grabbed this because he's pretty cool. He's the double trigger Luna trigger, so half of his body can actually like exchange to another part of the kit. So you can actually take this kit, this is like the yellow and blue guy, and then start mix matching the different armors with like the other kit that's like red and black or something. But yeah, and then also the Ultraman series. This one is actually the Netflix one. So you have like all the weapons and all the kits. So again, remember, like this is something that you build, but then it becomes more and more articulated. So you can do multiple poses. So it's like a figure slash statue slash action figure that you build. So I really like it. Especially a lot of these figures have a lot of the effect parts. So that's really neat. So that if you're into that, do check us out. And if you're like, nah, I'm not really into like the Japanese anime or the Japanese, you know, culture. Enough said. Come on. This is amazing. I do not understand how much time and effort and quality that they put into making these kits, because all the pieces are glossed. It's incredible. And we built did I build this? Yeah, we built this one. Yeah, I think. Did you build this one, or you built a separate one for?
No, I built that
you
one.
built this one, right? Yeah. So we built this one, and the BB-8 and the R2-D2 has so much details, and then so much extra parts. I don't know what to do with it. Like, I really don't know. I got a little baggie, and then just so much. I don't even know what to do with it. But you can, there's so much details, and there's so much different color separation. And you think with like, let's say, like that, like the different like arms that the R2-D2 comes out or anything, like you think it's just fake. No, it's actually like you can take it out. All those different pieces and all those different colors are different pieces. So it's not just like one white piece you put on top and then like 3 slots of like blue. It's actually multiple different pieces. So you get that mechanical look. It looks more realistic and less like a toy. So that's really cool. And on top of that, the surface is really gloss. So you don't even have, it doesn't even look cheap. It looks really nice by itself already. So I really like the Star Wars kit. Like out of all the other non-Gundam stuff, I really like the Dragon Ball stuff, and I really like the Star Wars. Like I really want to collect them all. Can you tell I really like it? Hashtag backlog! But one of my passion is Japanese anime, and one of my favorite series is, do not hate me, I swear to God you guys are gonna hate me, because I first in the beginning of the video said that I really like Gundam Seed. So don't troll me and don't hate me, don't flame me, don't do anything, just nod your head and said, okay, good for you, I don't like you anymore. It's alright, I can accept it. But this thing that I want to say, just don't hate me even more, because I really like it, I want you guys to like it too, is I like Sword Art Online. my guilty confession. I do like Sword Art Online, so Asuna is my waifu. So I was super excited when Bandai announced that they're going to make a kit of this. So it saves me like $100, well, I don't even know how much figures cost now, and like $150 to buy a Asuna one, but now I can get one for a fraction of that price. So, and I build it, so she's all articulated and everything. Play over for Baldwin, any take on Seed Destiny? Okay, you know what? Regarding Seed and Seed Destiny, I like it, but I tried to rewatch it. I kind of can't really get back into it as much as I liked it before. So maybe because, you know, I watch a lot more other shows now, like most of the Gundam shows now. So now I'm kind of like, okay, you gotta grow up. Like, stop being a little bitch. You know? Like, stop being a little bitch. Just get into your stupid robot and just beat someone up. Like that's how I feel. But the main reason why I like Seed and Seed Destiny is how amazing I think the mech design is. Like the entire design, the entire world, even the grunt suits look amazing. Even the Jins and all the different types, they just like it just looks amazing. I don't think there's a single suit in there that I don't like. And then I still remember back then they had a PlayStation 2 game, and it's like a versus game for just Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny, right? And then one of the arcades here got it, and we had a huge culture behind it because everyone would be like, on Saturday, Sunday, they would go there, line up and play each other and go against each other, and that was a huge thing for me. So I really like that. Have there been any tournaments for Gundam kits or any kits? I don't know what you mean by tournament, but there has been contests. If you're actually looking into contests, there is the 30-minute mission contest right now with 30-minute mission kits. Before we had the Gundam contest, but now we're going to, our next one we're probably going to do like a Star Wars, and then maybe after that we're going to do a Dragon Ball. So that's kind of like the timeline for this year. Hopefully we'll get everyone to try it out, because it's nice to try your different types of model kits, because with different kits you'll do different stuff. So for example, like the weathering and the techniques and the style and the idea that you have for a giant mech like a Gundam is different from building something like, you know, Boba Fett, you know, Bounty Hunter from Star Wars. It's a full different type of mindset. So it's one way to get everyone to kind of just broaden their horizon kind of thing. Bright slapping Amuro when he was burnt out. Man, Bright slaps everyone. Don't you seen all those memes? Issue we see was a lot of characters seemed very emo. Yes, stop crying. Jeez. Do you know how happy I would be if someone be like, hey guy, you get this giant Gundam. And I'll be like, alright, who do I have to kill? I'll do it, you know? But it's anime, I don't know. That's actually leads me up to one thing that I really want to talk about. It's like 10 things that I want to fix about the Gundam franchise. Your typical Gundam story. And then later on, we're gonna want to discuss about the perfect Gundam story and my take on what the perfect Gundam story is. So stay tuned for that more later on. Laughing, agree, grows up is great advice. Yeah, that. So that is something that has always been bugging me. Like, I want to rewatch that remaster Seed and Seed Destiny, because it's remaster. Everything that you like, but better looking. Yeah, love it. But then after it's like you watch like the first 3. It's always the first like 5 episodes of Seed that gets me. It's always like, you know, like Kira gets into like the suit, and then Kira's like, I'm not gonna do it. And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't wanna do it. And I'm like, it's like 5 episodes of you not making up your mind, man. Can you just make up your mind? Just do it, right? But, you know, maybe it's because we're all enthusiasts about Gundam and we all fantasize about driving a Gundam. Can you imagine if you actually take that storyline and put it into modern day? Like, you come out of high school, you're just like chilling with your friends, having Starbucks, because, you know, we're all rich like that. Okay, Tim Hortons. And then after, all of a sudden, it's like, bam, your school blows up, and then, you know, a giant, weird-ass alien tank drives up with, like, 3 turrets, and they're like, get in! And you're like, oh, crap! And then you get in the tank and you start driving around, right? Now, if you think about that, then you'll be like, don't really want to do it. I want to go home. But if you show me, like, a giant robot with laser beams and, like, flying machines and, like, cool colors, I'd be like, down, sign me up. I'm good. Take me away. But if you show me like a really ugly ass, like, you know, like tank with like 4 turrets on different corners, that looks like it's like from like some deep sea Discovery Channel, then I'd be like, all right, I'm cool. I don't want to do this. I'm leaving, right? So, yeah, right? Your story sounds like Buddy Complex. Huh. Yeah, I guess somebody did my story. But maybe if you guys haven't watched it, I'm gonna butcher this pronouncing of this name. Aldona Zero. I like that series. For you guys that says you don't like it and it's a crappy anime, I hate you. Okay? That's an awesome anime. Super monotone dude that's super logic and super smart. And then he pilots a robot that is just super underpowered to kill all these overpowered mechs. Awesome. Love it. Don't care. Anyways, back into the original of the talk is to show you guys all the other kits that we have. Not just Gundam. So I've showed you all the Kamen Riders and the Ultraman. But we also have, did they make kits for Aldona? Yes, they did. It's a Kotobukiya kit. It's actually out of print and super expensive, or else I would have actually brought it in because I personally really love Aldona kits. But it's super expensive right now because it's out of print. And I refuse to, you know, get something that's like 2 or 3 times more price. Just because it's like, it's so much work. There's so much work to customize it and paint it. Because you really need to weather it, and you need to really like paint it to really make it good. So I'm holding my mind, and hopefully they will make like a 2.0 version of the Aldona kits, but I don't know because the second season didn't really do that much for their rating. So hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully we'll get more kits, or the enemy kits, the enemy guys, the enemy suits are pretty cool. Anyways, turns out anime triggers me. Sorry about that. For all those casual builders as well, anyone that you guys are just tuning in and you want to get into the hobby and you want to do some casual building, but you don't really want to do something cute like these guys, or you are not really digging the Sengoku styles, then I would highly suggest picking up maybe SD cross silhouette frame, like a cross silhouette series. This is the Zaku 2 charge ones. Really good. Just because it's char, it's red, it's awesome, and it's Zaku, and it's like a little petite little guy. And you guys can actually change how tall and how short it is by getting the frame and the boosters as well. So you can make different kind of ratios and height. So it's really cool. I've seen one of our friends actually painted one that's green, and it looks really adorable. Especially like a little tiny body and giant little feet. You know, it's really cool. Do you guys have Robotech and Framearm Girls? We don't have Robotech. We have Macross. The original Macross was sold out because they're actually really hard to come by. And the new one, the Macross Delta and the Frontier, we still have some. And we have a lot of Framearm Girls. Yeah. So if you guys don't know what Framearm Girls, let me grab you guys one and show you guys what a Framearm Girl looks like. Back. So this is Framearm's girl, right? Sorry, just reading up all the comments. New Wild Liger. We're gonna look into Zoids again. Hopefully I'll know more later this week. But yeah, so this is Framearm Girls. It's basically the same thing as, you know, like a Gundam model kit, you put it together, but it's more of a girl in an armor form, right? So this is Gorakai version 2, and it's more like a mixture between a tank armor, heavy unit on a girl armor kit. But it gets really crazy because they have like really cool designs that borderline like fantasy and like game to just full out like aircraft merged with a girl. And this is one of my cool recommended ones, Soul Raptor. Just because I like aircraft. I just think it looks a lot more meaner, right? Especially, it's really unique. If you actually didn't notice that all the armors actually can come off, so you have a girl. And this is by far one of the most articulated kit I've ever seen for that size, especially that size. Because, like, it's a girl. So you expect the girl to do a lot of, like, you know, cute anime poses. It can actually replicate all those cute anime poses. So, like the thigh turns, the ankle turns. Oh, sorry, you guys can't really see my feet, right? Okay, the thighs turn, the ankle turn. You can actually put her like different standing. You can pose her exactly how you want, pose her that you see from your favorite animes or favorite scenes, right? Like you can even do like, you know, the cute little "Aya," you know, or like, you know, it's crazy. Even from the pictures over here, you can see that she actually has a lot of articulation. So you're not taking just a standard HG kit that's very bulky and thinking that that's all that motion and that articulation that you're gonna get. You're gonna get actually a lot more. So that's pretty cool. Hi guys! Do the giggle. What do you mean giggle? We also have Eureka 7. Yeah. How about regular frame arms? Will there be in stock anytime soon? I don't know what's up with Kotobukiya. They don't like to reproduce stuff. So it's like they moved away from frame arms and they're now focusing more on Hex of Gear. So Hex of Gear is more like a smaller scale. So the people are like this big, like the people, the pilots, and the mechs can get up to this big. So it's like a mixture between mech and like dinosaur mech. So you have these weird ones where like, okay, you have this army dude that's riding this full giant mech dragon, or you know, a T-Rex, or he can be just piloting a bulk arm, which is like this, you know, Titanfall style mech. So those are really, really cool. I think they're focusing on more of those because they produce a lot of Framearm Girls, Mega Me devices, which is kind of like the fantasy line of Framearm Girls. Like Framearm Girls is like mechs, military vehicles, armor, style onto girls. Mega Me device is more like fantasy and those kind of things that don't fit into that regular world. So you get like magical girls or magician or sorcerer or like a lancer or something. Oh, actually, I'll show you one. So like, for example, this one would be like this fancy devil with giant shield and a giant gun. So that is pretty cool. Like, you don't understand how big the gun is. The gun is probably like longer than this box, or around this box, maybe an inch off of this box, like that big. After when you put it together, so that's pretty cool. And then afterwards they have the Hex of Gear ones. If you guys are actually interested in the Kodo kits, like this is a bulk arm, bulk arm. I pronounced it right. Yay! So it's like that's their other line, the Hex of Gear line. So you see, there's like a little dude that pilots the giant thing, the giant armor, the giant mech. So this is more of the mecha style. But then Hex of Gear also has like the sci-fi fantasy style with like giant dragons and stuff. So it's a very unique build. Like if you only build Gundams in your entire life, try some of these other kits because they are completely different. Well, first of all, like the engineering and the design is completely different. So if you build Gundams all the time, you know, okay, this arm and this arm is going to be the same. This thing is going to be here. You know, you might get a little bit boring. So I would suggest maybe change your scale or going to a different grade system. But if you're like, no, I'm just kind of like, I want something that's not like Gundam, then try one of this kit. This kit is huge bad boy. Huge bad boy. So those are really, really cool too. But then, of course, you always have your favorite Master Grade Gundam. So grab one of these guys. This guy is one of my favorite because just the idea of giant funnels flying around and shooting for you, and all you have to do is just kind of like, haha, now it's 20 on 1, you know? So that's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite suits in the Gundam Seed series. So back on to the different types of kits that we also have. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are anime fans. So I know a lot of you guys probably have watched One Piece. So this is Thousand Sunny, but the giant ship version. So we have two versions of the One Piece ships. We have the ones that are called Grand Ship Collection. So they're about like this big. And then, you know, it's like a tiny little ship, $20, $30, depending on which ship and how big it is. and you can actually collect a lot of it. But the bigger ships, there's only like 3 versions. There's only Thousand Sunny, Going Merry, and the Red Force. Yeah, I don't know why the Red Force. I never watched One Piece, so I don't know why Red Force is the one. I know that Thousand Sunny and Going Merry is the main dude's ship, but I don't know what Red Force is. But yeah, these are really cool, because especially the amount of details that they actually have. With the little guys. They got little trees on the deck. It's so cute. And the little waves. It's really, really cool. And if you guys ever are lucky enough to be in the area and we're open, there's actually a one that is painted, fully painted, and it's displayed at our shop. Just look at it, it's really amazing. It's one of our friends, one of our customers that painted it by hand. Every tiny little brush stroke. So it's a good site to look at. Red Force is Luffy's mentor slash person he needs to surpass, not to mention Shank is a really cool character. Oh, thanks. Red Force is Char's ship. He's like the main guy's mentor. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Cause I'm like, why, why Thousand Sunny and why Going Merry and why Red Force? I don't get it. And then because no one really talked to me about it. They're always coming in like, I want Thousand Sunny, I want Going Merry, and then all they like, I want Big Mama ship, and then no one asked for Red Force, so I was like, okay, why is there a big ship of this? But I like it. It looks really cool. Especially like if you ever watch the anime and then you see the box, they actually copy all the small details on the deck. So like I think it was like Going Merry has like a bunch of trees in the middle of it. It's really cool. Been meaning to ask any recommendation on a good compressor that won't be insanely noisy. Okay, we carry Mr. Hobby compressor, and the one that we're coming to be restocked on Tuesday, we only have like a small amount, is the L3 compressor. So it's like super tiny, and it comes with the entire airbrush and the regulator as well. It's pretty much like a package for $300 that you can buy it and you can actually use it casually. So I use the word casually is because most people, if they want to get into the hobby, they want the best of the best, or they want something that they get so absorbed into their build time that they would go on for like 6, 7, 8 hours at a time. So this one is realistically that it is something more like, what was that? Did you guys see something? That was weird. I just felt a chill on my shoulder. I don't even know what happened. But yeah, so the L3 compressor with the airbrush is a really good thing for you guys to just test it, try it, play with it, and everything. And with my 2 cents, with my opinion about compressors and airbrush, if you guys actually want to get into painting with an airbrush and a compressor, airbrush, I would suggest getting something that you can afford. But not cheap out of, because you want something that you want to use it, because the airbrush is something that you always use all the time. But for a compressor, you're paying for the noise, you're paying for the power, you're paying for the convenience, you're paying for the quality. So if you want to, be budget friendly, you can get some, like some random compressor. But what we carry is Mr. Hobby ones. Mr. Hobby is a line that's from Japan, and they specifically design stuff for Japan. So you have very, very tiny compressors, very, very, very quiet, and it is meant for the regular Japanese people in their small apartments. So the L3 is the smallest one that they make, and it's less powerful than the L5 and the L7. The L7 is the ones that we use in our paint rooms. So if you have a chance, come check out our paint room once we open, I guess, of course. But this L3 that's coming in, it's a very good starter pack for much people that wants to get into the hobby, because it's really small, it's really tiny, and it's only $300 with compressor and airbrush and the whole set. So basically, like it's ready to go. Once you get it, you can start doing it. Later on, you might want to convert and you might want to upgrade your airbrush, and so you can still use it within that. It's only later on, once you start doing those long painting sessions, that you would require to upgrade your compressor, and even then, it's one of those things where if you really need it or not. It really depends. Especially the fact that I would tell everyone, like, these are compressors and these are brands that are really, really well known in Japanese market, and then it's very hard to find and very sought after. So even if you do buy it and you want to upgrade it in a later time, you can do so, and I'm pretty sure you can just sell it and somebody will buy it. Like, I guarantee somebody will buy it, because we can't even keep these on the shelves for much time. Realistically, like, we never have any of it in stock. But we're getting some on Tuesday. I think we're only getting like 2. So take a look at it. Built one of these bad boys and it's just such a smooth build. Oh yeah. I swear every time I listen to these live chats, my wishes and cards keep getting larger at this rate. I'll never get through my backlog. You don't even have any idea about my backlog. Or any of ours, guys. Imagine working here. Oh man, especially like, you're like, hey, shipment's coming in, restock's coming in, you open a box, mine. Yeah, so yeah, that's bad. Once this COVID thing passes over, you should do another class on airbrush, preferably on a Sunday if possible. Yes, if you guys didn't know, what we do is, before we have a Paint 101 class, and during this class it's pretty much like a theory class. You come in, and for 2 hours I will explain to you from top to bottom how to paint. So basically what an airbrush does, what it actually is, because everyone's like, airbrush, but like, what is it? Like, it's for you to understand. And I can explain a lot of things to you, the average person, very simply. So I'm not gonna like make it all complicated and everything. So it's a very straight to the point. And I would explain, like, you know, the different types of the different types of paint types. Why you need to care about the I don't know what's going on. See, I'm telling you, this virus is driving us insane. I'm talking to you, hoping that you guys. Ow! I just got attacked here. What's up? But wow. So yeah. So the paint course that we offered before, the Paint 101 course, we talk about the difference in the paints. Why you need to care about, oh, I'm gonna use, you know, like acrylic or enamel or lacquer. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that is, you know, like looking into this hobby, they start looking at things and they start seeing all these builders are talking about, yeah, use enamel, use lacquer, use this, use acrylic, and you're like, what is it? What are you talking about? But so it's very easy for me to explain it, and we also explain how to mix it in and all those different types in a very nice kind of PowerPoint presentation, so you can actually visually see it while I'm there to actually explain it. But because of the virus, I can't actually do that course. So the 30-minute mission contest was realistically designed to take place, and then we were going to actually do live classes to show you for free, of course, on it. I was going to give the entire material away so everyone can do it. Oh, give me a sec. I need to reconnect to everyone on YouTube, on Instagram, guys. So come back and join us. Give us a sec while we connect all our Instagram buddies. Are we back yet? Alright, we're slowly getting people back. So, all you guys are just tuning in right now. We are just waiting for all the Instagram guys to come back on, because I don't know why Instagram cuts at a certain amount of time. Yeah, we're just going to give them a few more seconds to catch back up and join us, and we'll take it from before. So, back to what I was saying. Because of the entire government shutdown, we created the 30-minute mission, hoping that everyone will have something to do at home. So during that time, we anticipated that we wanted to share all the Paint 101 course, Build 101 course, and all those courses to help people to do that. And then turns out finding a platform to do it was difficult. As you can see, because we have so many different audience on Instagram, on Facebook, on online, there wasn't a single platform for us to do it. So at the end of the day, we found out that YouTube had a live streaming option that allows us to actually mirror the desktop as well. So I can show you guys the PowerPoint and the slides that we did for the Paint 101, the Build 101 course. So we wanted to do that, but I didn't know that YouTube restricted access. So we had to get 1,000 people on YouTube as our subscribers before we can do a live stream, before we can actually do those types of videos. So that's why I've been encouraging, if you guys didn't know, go to YouTube, find us at Panda Hobby, and subscribe. We need 1,000 people to subscribe in order for us to actually do these live videos. So instead of us breaking down between Instagram and Facebook and have a separate stream, we're going to actually do it on YouTube so that everyone can actually come together, talk, and everything. Because we have a lot of comments on Instagram that the YouTube guys can't really, the Facebook guys can't really see, and vice versa. You guys can't really read and see what each other's comments are. And also, if we get to 1,000, we'll be actually doing the Paint 101 course for free. So it teaches you guys everything you need to know on a basic level. By basic, I mean like it will save you 6+ hours of YouTube videos from other people, because I can explain to you in very, very simple terms for you to learn. A lot of the people that have taken this course in store have just jumped over and start painting and customizing. So yeah, when I tell you it works, like I can teach you, don't worry, I can teach you. But yeah, so tell your friends, tell everyone, get our YouTube channel to 1,000, because we want to show you the way to do it. Why not use Twitch? Because I don't know, I feel like Twitch is for like gaming and I don't have like, assets. So yeah. Isn't TikTok like 20 seconds? Anyways. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that was the entire idea behind the 30-minute mission. It was to set a contest up so you guys can have something to do at home, and as well as while you guys are doing it, for us to be able to show you how to paint and how to do all that stuff. So yeah. Oh, I remember now. Twitch can have normal videos. Twitch is only live stream. So we also have normal videos that we're filming and putting up so that people can learn. So we have like individual videos for like how to make stuff and whatever. So that's why we chose YouTube instead of Twitch. Yeah, that was the reason. But yes, that. Back to what other stuff is, like interesting to you. Oh, this interests me a lot. I love this. Who's a Toy Story fan? Who's a Toy Story fan? Yeah, so these ones are awesome. We have a question here. Are there any upcoming Gunpla contests? We don't have any upcoming Gunpla contests. We have a 30-minute mission / AK Interactive weathering contest. After that, we're probably going to do a Star Wars contest. And then probably after that, we're going to do a Dragon Ball contest. And then we're going to go back to Gunpla contest. Just because we anticipated that... do you prefer Iwata or Badger? Iwata. Because Iwata is Japanese. And also, if you guys didn't know, Mr. Hobby, the lines that we carry, is actually made by the same factory as Iwata. But Hush Hush, we're in talks with Iwata, so hopefully we'll get more Iwata in later too. So, fingers crossed. What was I saying? Oh, and then we anticipated that the GBWC, the Gunpla Builders World Cup for 2020 was going to take place in around like August period. So it kind of didn't really make sense to actually have a Gundam contest around the same period once we finish all those contests. But with this going on, we're really not sure if that's going to happen or what's going to happen with all the conventions and all the events so far, since the majority of it has already been cancelled. So we are playing it by year. We'll probably, if it gets too boring, we'll probably create another contest and see how it is. We do want to do something that's more fun. So as you can see, a lot of our contests has more of a specific direction on it, and we really encourage people to kind of push their boundaries and push their comfort zone to try new things to do. So that is something that we really want to do. And then yeah, what else to show you guys? You guys know this? Has anybody watched the cartoon before? I wouldn't say anime, but like cartoon. No? I love it. It's about this robot cat. Yeah, it's a cat. I didn't know that. I found out like last year. It's a cat with this, you know, like an infinite dimension pocket, and it's just like you can pull like giant houses and cars out of this pocket. It's really cool. Yeah. Don't ask about the ending though. Don't Google the ending though. You just want to know that it's a good story. So that's really cool. For all you guys that are Pokemon fans, we even have actually Pokemon kits. So these are really cute and adorable, super adorable. I'm actually waiting. I'm super confused why you guys did not paint any of these Pikachus a different color. I was expecting like a purple Pikachu. Like seriously, a purple Pikachu. Come on guys. You guys can do this. Thoughts on Gaia paints? I know Mr. Hobby is close alternative, but why are Gaia paints so hard to come by in Canada? Oh, to explain to you how it works is Canada is very extremely strict on their health standard and health guidelines. So anything that is an actual lacquer paint, which Gaia is a very harmful and lacquer paint, it is a strict no-no. Like we have tried countless times. I have personally flew back and talked to the president of Gaia Paint to get this paint in Canada, but with zero success. Like, this is how hard it is. It's not that I don't want to do it. Like, I personally really love Gaia, but that's just how it is. Canada is not, it kind of just won't allow Gaia paint in. And that's why all these other paints that's coming in, Mr. Color is the only one that passes the Canadian standard, the health standard, the safety standard of importing. And even then it's considered as a dangerous good when it's importing. So that's why you have all these different types of restrictions and everything. So it's really it's just a big headache. So anybody else that you guys can find like this thing, whatever, like, you know, by all means tell me, because I've never seen it in Canada and I've been trying to get it and it's no luck. Joe asks questions. How long does Mr. Weathering Color take to dry? I waited like half a day and it's still not dry. Wow. I think you might have put it too much. So Mr. Weathering Color is actually enamel based. Enamel based is known for being too oily and too because it's enamel, it's oil based. It takes a lot to dry. If yours doesn't dry, then there must be a few reasons. One, you have too much of the liquid, so it's still in the liquid substance, it's still in the liquid form. So you might be better if you take like a paintbrush or a cotton swab. Be careful if the cotton is actually coming off and damaging your paint. Or like whatever, just to kind of soak up the excess of the paint, the excess fluid, so that you can actually let it air out. Because what happens is if it's too much liquid, the air doesn't actually seep through. So only the top part kind of dries, and then it doesn't really dry in the bottom. So you want to kind of like spread it out and do it and that kind of stuff. And if yours is still continuously not having that issue, like you still have that issue continuously, it might be because where you're located, if it's too humid or that kind of stuff. But for half a day, like, are you serious, like a half a day, or like it's like 4 hours a half a day? Because 4 hours half a day makes sense because it's an enamel. It might take that long depending on how much you've applied. But if it's like 12 hours half a day or like an 18-hour half a day, then it might be some other issues. But worst case scenario, just spray a top coat and just leave it, right? Thanks, that's good to know. I've been able to get a few balls from eBay and would have loved to get some locally. Ha! Wow! You didn't get flagged for eBay for those things? Oh, be very careful. The reason why we don't even do it or whatever is because the fines behind it and just the whole mess behind getting flagged for Gaia paints coming in is too much headache, so we're scared of it. So good luck, be careful. But hey, With painting, I'd rather use something that's more local and readily available, right? So, yeah. That's 6 hours. 6 hours. Maybe try a blow dryer. Like, don't use heat, but you know, kind of use air, like just cool air, and blow dry, and see if that helps accelerate the drying process. Anyways, whoa, drop something. Anyways, I want to show you guys this kit, the Mobile Doll May. I like this design. So, if you didn't know, even Gundams have kind of like girlish kits that's kind of similar to Framearm Girls. Of course, it's not as detailed or expensive as Framearm Girls, but hey, this one is pretty good, and it's kind of got this like mech mode, so it's not really super girly. It's got this like robot-y look, and you actually have the normal face too. I would actually say that this is a lot of potential for people to actually kit bash, because you have a very cheap base model that's a girl, and then you can actually add on armors and everything. So good to know. Good to know. That is majority of the things that I actually want to talk to you about and introduce you on the products. I actually want to do a lot of some of the topics that I actually want to cover. I'm just worried that it will drag on too long because I'm very passionate about the following topics, and I actually really want to do a separate video of it. I'm going to briefly talk about it right now because I've already covered it in the last video, and you still have to just let me know if you want a separate video about it and to talk about it. And one of the things that we've seen a lot of people actually coming into the hobby and having issues with is actually being scared of actually building. They're worried about how they're building, if they're good or not. They're worried about damaging it, breaking it, not doing a good job. They're super scared of even putting the stickers on or panel lines on, and they're just in general worried. These are the same type of people. Like, let me guess, if you're that kind of person, if you're like, you're super scared about building it, you're super scared about making a mistake, you don't want to paint because you don't want to mess things up, you don't want to put stickers because you're scared that you're not going to do it properly, you don't want to put panel lines on because that's permanent, whatever, forever, you know, cinnamon. And then, you know, like, you're just worried about that. And then you keep your box in mint condition, you keep, you know, everything is in mint condition. Like, if you're that kind of person, this is really for you. It's because I want to adjust those kind of people, and I want to adjust you to make you guys enjoy this hobby more. And the reason why is because once you become more so fixated on your kit, making it perfect, doing the best you can, it's good to do the best you can, but to put this amount of stress and amount of pressure on yourself that prevents you from actually even trying it, I feel that is something that kind of hinders your experience in the hobby. We all here really love building, we all here really love this hobby, so that's why we're very passionate behind it, and we wanted you guys to enjoy it and just get the best out of the hobby. So my suggestion is to remember that this is a hobby. You don't have to be the best. No one's going to judge you, no one's going to be very critical about your design or your skill set or anything, and everyone is just there to have fun. So it doesn't matter if your panel line's out of place, it doesn't matter if you choose the color that is super off, it doesn't matter if you end up your first time painting and it's all clunky and you know, like chunky and paint strokes everywhere. This is why we're here for. If you have any questions, ask us. If you have additional questions, and you can always come to our Panda Hobby Facebook group page, join it, and there's tons of people on there to answer these questions as well. The best part about this hobby is to explore, to discover different ways to do things, because there's no guaranteed 100% one way. There's always many different ways to do that one thing. You have many different types of style of builders all around the world, especially even just in Toronto, even just in our community. There's so many different ways of doing things. And the best part is, if you have a question, somebody's going to give you an answer, and somebody's going to give their opinion, their experience for you, because it's really fun for you to learn something new and try it and see if it works out. But it's also even fun for somebody that tried something and like, hey, I tried it this way. This is my way of doing this. Maybe you can try something else, or you let me know how your way turns out. I'll give you an example. A lot of people is like, oh, I want to paint, or I want to do some kit bashing or whatever, and then they start getting like, you know, different pieces of like scraps and garbage that they have lying around the house. The best part is like somebody will take like a bottle, like a small plastic bottle, and then they start using it as like a fuel tank, right? That's like a common thing that everyone does on the first customized kit job. And the bottle size that you use might be different from the bottle size that somebody else has used. It might be a different way of how you cut into the bottle versus somebody else using their way to cut into a bottle. So there's no right way or wrong way. And I see so many times that people end up being so scared of trying, getting so scared of being trolled or judged or, you know, look not good online, that they just fail to realize the full potential of this hobby, and they're just not really enjoying the full extent of this hobby. So that's why I would encourage everyone, like, hey, you know, if you built something, you're proud of it, come display it. We have 3 display cases just for our customers. It's only for you guys to come in and display your work. We're not going to judge it. We're not going to say it's good or bad or whatever. This is a place for you to show off, or to you to communicate and connect with everybody else. No one has ever said anything bad about it. And if they have, we kick them out. We also have a Facebook group page, Panda Hobby Model Group, I think. And search it, join it. A lot of them on there are amazing people. And a few of them are terrific, amazing people. So we have a very, very strong community, and it is something that I encourage everyone to just try it. You know, step out of your comfort zone, try it, do something, go get something painted. You know, it doesn't even matter if you know how to paint or not, because once you paint it, once you step out of that boundary that you set up for yourself, you will have the right questions to ask, and you will have the right attitude, because you'll be like, okay, I tried it, I failed, or I didn't fail, or I succeeded, or I did my, you know, insert results here. I'm happy about it because, hell yeah, I did it. Of course I'm gonna be happy about it, right? And then now you have questions. Now you're like, okay, how do I go with this? How do I make it better? How do I paint this? Oh, I found out that this is actually the issue that I have. How would I go about fixing this? That is the questions that, you know, like you can ask, and everyone loves to talk about. The questions that everybody hates is, how do I paint? And then everyone is so eager to jump in and explain it, because we all are, every single builder is so happy to make another person into this, like make another person painting and make another person trying this. Because to me, painting a Gundam and doing this entire project, doing this hobby, to me is, it's telling a story. I'm using different types of shapes, different types of colors, and different types of style to tell a story about my kit. So how would you tell your story? Are you going to tell your story in a very dark way, using dark colors, dark red, demonic kind of style? Or are you going to be a very cheerful person and use like bright colors, like, you know, yellow, orange, green, like that kind of stuff? Like, what is the end goal of you trying to tell that story? And the way that you tell a story is by putting in attention to details. And if you put more attention to details, I guarantee you, no matter how good or how bad your kit looks, people will find and people can spot out those details. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day if your kit doesn't look that perfect kit in your head, because we are all tarnished by this social media of everyone posting this super masterpiece of Gundam that looks amazing, and you know, they have these videos of them doing it, and you're like, how do you do this? Like, how do you do that? I'm doing it, I'm cutting the same way. How come yours come out so perfect and mine doesn't come out perfect? That's the thing, because they want to show off. So, you know, like, of course you're not gonna get there, because if you don't do and don't experiment and don't try, you're never gonna get good. And at the end of the day, what's the point of getting good when you're not enjoying the hobby? So again, like, I wanted to express to you guys that this hobby is something that's fun. This hobby is an amazing hobby. This is something that is super creative, super free, and the best thing that I love about this hobby is not about the Gundams. It's about the people. It's about looking at somebody's work and seeing their details and seeing their colors and seeing their story of what they're trying to talk about. And I can spend hours just looking at different people's model kits, because I will look at them and be like, oh, this guy decided to paint his lights red. I wonder why. You know, like, oh, this guy decided to paint his, you know, things this way or that way. Why is he using yellow? Why is he using... It's the whole piece. All these details is what makes it really, really fun. Because how you do it at home on your kit is completely different from what this guy will do it, or from that guy will do it. Like, my favorite color is black, but my favorite painting color could be different. I could be painting it purple, I could be painting it orange, I could be painting it yellow, because of how I feel during that time. Because this hobby allows you to change your mind whenever you want. So try. Like, again, just try. And if you have questions, there is no excuse not to ask it. There is a huge community. We have, I think the last time I checked, we have over like 500 people in that group. So guarantee somebody's gonna answer your question. And more double guarantee, somebody's probably gonna be in the same boat, same step, same process as you are too. So if you answer that, if you ask that question, you're just doing a favor for other people that's in the same step, in the same process as you. So please, 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 just try. I want everyone to enjoy themselves, and I want everyone to just have fun, especially during this kind of depressing time. I want everyone to have fun. So yeah, if you guys want to hear more about that, comment below or comment later, or let us know if you guys want a separate video about that. And then I also wanted to talk about, you know, colors and how to use colors and fundamentals behind colors, as well as kit bashing and fundamentals behind kit bashing. Because I find out that a lot of you guys jump from, you know, panel lining to, oh, I'm going to do a full custom kit now, and I'm going to kit bash, and you guys have problems and issues and questions with kit bashing. And I really want to answer all those questions. And one of the things that I really want to briefly talk about kit bashing, and if you guys want to learn more, please let us know if you guys want it for a separate video. I'll do a separate video for that. Kit bashing is not as hard. Everyone thinks it's super hard because they don't understand. If you look at somebody's kit bash kit and you don't know what it's made from, then you yourself don't know how to create it and how to do it. And I've seen a lot of people that they do kit bashing, and they will go in and they'll be like, okay, I want RX-78's chest, I want, you know, the Zaku's shoulder, I want the like, I don't know, like the Transient Gundam's legs, you know, and they just buy all these 3 different kits and just put it together, and then they're not happy about it. And the secret behind kit bashing is not to look at parts as parts. The secret behind kit bashing is to look at parts as shapes that would fit into your bigger picture, your bigger design. So an example would be, instead of looking at Zaku's shoulder with the spikes as a shoulder, look at it as a knee. Look at it as split in half and separate and use it as a part of an addition to the shield, or the back part of the thighs, or split it in quarters and use those quarters to make a kind of like an oval shape around the chest to kind of make it more of a grill section, or around the head, or use the shoulder as a helmet. That is real kit bashing. That allows you to use your parts more effectively and hide your parts. And you would want to hide your parts is because you don't want somebody to call and be like, oh, that's just a unicorn shoulder. Well, you want people to not see the Frankenstein parts of different parts you put together in your model kit. You want them to see your model kit as its own piece, its own unique identifier, like unique like kit. So try that. I will go into more details and do a separate video on kit bashing if you guys like. Just leave us a comment so I know what you guys want to hear about and what topics you guys like us to cover.
So that is it for us today. I hope you guys had a great time with us. We definitely had an amazing time with you guys. I hope you guys are not as bored on a Saturday after seeing me for, I don't know, like an hour or two or something. We really hope that you guys are hanging in there and making sure that you guys are more entertained and still have that same vibe as coming into Panda Hobby and talking to us. So that's why we do these videos, to make sure that you guys still get that feeling and not be very bored, really bored at home. So we miss you guys, we miss you all, and I hope you guys stay safe. And if you like this video, give it a like. If you guys have any comments, please leave it, or any feedbacks, please let us know what kind of videos and topics you guys like us to cover. And then also, please go to our YouTube page and subscribe. I cannot stress that enough. It's not something secret that we're trying to make money off. I just need a platform to do those Paint 101 courses so that you guys can learn and get it while we still in this lockdown. Because other than that, there's no way for me to actually do it, because I can't really have like a screen here to show you the slideshows, because we actually have PowerPoint slides created for those courses. So I really want to show the slides to you guys as well. So share it to your friends, tell people to subscribe to our YouTube page, search us up on YouTube, Panda Hobby. There's a cute little panda, like this little guy right there. So subscribe it and click on that little bell thing. I learned it from a lot of the YouTube videos that I watched. So if you guys have anything else, let us know, and stay safe. And I hope you guys had a great time with us, because we definitely enjoyed our time talking to you. All right, bye now.